What's going on, guys? So we are still out here just south of Salt Lake City at ROA Off Road at their Experience Center, taking a look at another super cool and super off-road capable travel trailer. This thing is absolutely awesome. This is made by OBI. It's called the Dweller 15 or the D15. Now this is a little bigger than the previous one we showed, which is right here. This is a D13, so definitely check out that video. But this one is, well, I guess you could say it's about 2 feet longer. It's got a lot of really great things to point out. We'll start up front. Fully articulating hitch. They've installed a 2,500 pound Fulton XLT electric front tongue jack, as well as a bicycle holder, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Then they have the jockey jack over here. This is the ARC 750 series. What is the frame constructed as? Is this all galvanized?
It's all galvanized steel, yeah.
Okay. We got our front propane storage up here. Right now there's a 20-pound can, but this can really take any size can you want, simply because a 20, a 30, or a 40-pound can has, yeah, there's no limitation to it because there's nothing above it.
For sure.
Got some massive front covered storage right here.
Yeah, and one of the things, as you're talking about this stuff, that's one of the reasons why we call ourselves an experience center, not a dealership, is because the standard dealers are just going to sell the trailers. That's kind of like their thing. They get it in, they sell it. We do a lot of modifications and retrofitting. That's kind of what we're famous for, as being like, I want to call it like a chop shop of RVs.
Oh, no, I get it.
So you pretty much, like, if you can dream it up, we can do it. And we get a lot of people say, hey, I want a bike rack, I want an electric tongue jack. And so this D15 has actually been heavily modified. So this is not a stock unit. This one we've done a bunch of things to, and I'll point those out as we're going through.
Okay. And for standard raising and lowering of the front, you'd probably want to use this.
Yes.
But in an off-road environment where you need to move the trailer, articulate it, that's where this would come in handy, right?
Yeah, you just turn that way, and then you could use this. You could hook up a chain and drag it.
Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and take a look around this side. You got your electric refrigerator here. Looks like it's dual zone.
Yep, dual zone. You can open it up, fridge or freezer. And if you're standing on the front of it, you can open it this way, which is kind of,
that is cool.
Kind of interesting.
I like that. Yeah, you don't have to do
walk
funky
around
hinge thing. If you're wondering, this is all ice because it is super cold out here, even though people probably can't tell because it's nice and sunny.
Yeah, we had some water drip off before we got it out.
I think we're in the 30s right now. That is so cool. Nice heavy duty slides. Now this trailer is manufactured overseas, but it is owned by an American company.
Yeah, that's correct. So the owners, one of them's from Arizona. The other one, he actually studied in Indiana as a manufacturing, worked in the RV industry in the US, then went over to overseas to Australia and China, worked in manufacturing there. And he saw Australia making such good products, and so he actually synced up with a company in China to manufacture the trailers there to ship to Australia, and then he started bringing them over to the US. But the idea is it's Outback Innovations, and he was like inspired by the Australian Outback, and he's like, I want to bring this stuff to America, because he realized how cheap the American market was, and he wanted to bring stuff to the US.
Yep, and real quick, one of the things I wanted to mention is, I know a lot of folks are familiar with a competing brand that is also made in China. One thing that he's done a great job of kind of walking through and showing me is the fact that this is a superior quality unit to what you might traditionally think is, you know, this same type of off-road unit from another company. That's right back there, called Black Series.
Yeah, we used that. We're actually one of the very first Black Series dealer in America. We used to carry them, and you know, we just moved on because of some quality stuff, and definitely both of them are made overseas in China, but they're not on the same level, you know, playing field. It's like, you know, iPhones are made in China, and so are some cheap off name brands. These are definitely the better quality of the products that are coming from overseas. Yep,
still use name brand components, and a lot of the little touches inside that I saw decontented even from the Black Series I did the review on, they have in here. It's not decontented, it's actually a superior version of it. They're latches, they're locks, and when we get inside we'll show you some of that as well. Is this a power front step?
Yeah, it's power and also a manual override. That's a little detail that we didn't actually have in the Black Series. They were electric, but if the motor went out, you were toast.
Yeah.
This has a manual override and it's electric.
Yep, so the 13 that we looked at also has that same step. I just forgot to show it when we were going through that unit. Real quickly, let's look at the kitchen back here.
Yeah, you have hot and cold, and then actually, since we're talking about the Black Series, they only had cold water. That was one of the things that we would modify for people. You also have the 2-burner Dometic stove. And
nice lighting.
Nice light right there.
And I like the lighting that they have up here too, along with all the speakers.
Electric awning too. Sorry, I'm gonna just close it to show.
Now he's gonna collapse this in so you can see what it looks like when you're done using the outside kitchen.
When you have some storage
nice.
space right there.
Now real quick, water, does it drain out the bottom?
Yeah, it drains out of the bottom. There's just a gravity. Put a bucket or a hose and run it away from you. But it's just like this whole thing is in this very nice welded aluminum track system.
Yeah.
You know, it feels very, very
premium.
Just premium and heavy duty.
I see you have propane connection off the side as well as hot and cold water. Are those your low points?
Yeah. No, that's to hook up to the kitchen.
Oh, hook up to the kitchen.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
And then real quickly, let's take a look back here. We have the dual spare tire set up here that collapses out of the way because this has a really cool kind of fold out rear section to it. This is awesome, and this is going to be part of the bedroom, I believe, when we get inside. LED lighting. You have your shackles in place in case you need to yank on this to get it out of a stuck location. Nice collapsible arc legs for stabilization.
Now these are not stock. These are upgraded versions. The stock ones are only rated for a couple hundred pounds just to stabilize.
That's these right here, right?
Yeah, so these ones are rated they're just over 1,900 pounds. So 6,000 pounds all the way around. You can jack the entire trailer up with
I was noticing these actually have the ability for you to raise and lower them mechanically.
Yeah.
So that is cool. And then underneath you can see the multi-link suspension. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, you got the 2 gas shocks on each side and the coils, and these have actually been upgraded to Fox shocks.
Oh wow,
that's an upgrade that we do here.
That's a cool upgrade,
and it just definitely it tows better with that upgrade, and just a little bit more heavy duty. And all the tires are Load Range E mud terrain tires, so very heavy duty.
So way overkill.
Yeah, for sure. And then this door has a tri-lock mechanism, and it separates to this screen, and it's lockable.
So this is what's cool. So most RV doors, they lock and unlock right here, right? That's where you see them. But check this out. So you actually have the ability for it to lock and unlock at the top and bottom of the door. That is super cool. Basically ensures that the door is not going to accidentally open up if you're going over crazy articulation.
Which has happened to me so many times. Not even just crazy articulation. You know, I take my parents' trailer up in the mountains one time, and just going around the tight turns, the door kept on flying open. I thought, oh, maybe I didn't shut it. And I went and pushed it back, and then I drove more, and it flipped open. I was like, so I had to do the deadbolt to make it so it wouldn't pop open.
Yep. And then this is a cool little outside prep tray. It just folds down flat, and there's a big kind of a marine style compartment back here for storage. Very cool. Like the grab handle, that illuminates too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does illuminate. Yeah, you have kind of hard to see during the day, but it does.
I'm gonna step up into this unit first before we go in. Right here you have your lighting controls, awning. You want to talk about some of this stuff?
Yeah, and I just love that it's all labeled, right? You know, you can see you got your water pump, you got awning, electric awning, you have your electric step, and then these are all your gauges. They're like a fuel gauge opposed to those 1/3 and 2/3. You actually have a gauge on that. Shows you your voltage and your amperage, which is really nice, especially if you're running off grid. Oh yeah, very cool. All right, so this is really cool. So I was not expecting, actually I didn't know what I expected when I came in here, but I did not expect there to be 2 bunks up top. Yeah, so there's a bunch of mods that we've done to this one. This bunk is not stock. This is a ROA addition that we've added. Wow. So it does come stock with the king size bed and then this bunk bed. And then it also lifts out of the way. Grab that here. And then
your dinette,
we have a space right here where we've made this into a little bed for kids. The other thing is both of these units only have an outside kitchen, and a lot of people complain because they're like, hey, well, on a cold day, I want to have my coffee or whatever in the morning. Yeah. So we added this induction cooktop right here.
What would normally be here? Nothing? Just countertop?
Countertop, yep.
Okay. Oh, so that speaks to that level of customization that you do here.
Yeah, and then also no inside fridge. We've actually added this fridge as well.
Oh wow, and it looks so natural. I mean, it really looks like it was designed to be in here.
Yep, that's kind of, we try to, our goal is always better, OEM or better.
Oh yeah.
Mod. And then over here, this is another thing that we added, is this sink. So there was no inside kitchen sink, and that's super deep too.
Oh yeah. Now somebody's gonna ask, how does that impact the warranty?
It doesn't. Everything's still
Okay.
valid through. We have a really good relationship with all the manufacturers, and that's kind of what we're famous for, is doing mods and retrofits.
Yeah.
So there are some things where, you know, we'll tell you, hey, the manufacturer doesn't want us to do this, so if we do this mod, it's going to void this warranty or that part of the warranty. But some of the manufacturers are like, depends on what it is. So everything is pretty well approved. And it's funny, is a lot of our manufacturers end up copying. I shouldn't say copying them, because we let them, we tell them, hey, this is an improvement that needs to happen, and they say okay, and we do it first, and then they start doing it usually in the next year model.
That is so cool, though.
I mean, that happened a lot with Black Series. A lot of the things that the improvements that we saw on them over the years were us doing them first, and then they started doing them.
Wow.
And then went the wrong way.
Yeah. That is super cool. That looks great. I love the storage back here. The 13 that we looked at also had this storage, which looked really nice. I love how unique this is. Is this the
Yeah, it's a little.
Oh, that is super nice. And even the little pockets here on the side to hold things.
Yeah, and it's a light there. And then lots of storage.
And real quick, let's focus on the poles. So yeah, you don't have to worry about drawers opening up in transit, because they all lock and latch shut whenever you you close them. More storage. The plumbing looks really nice too.
Yeah.
Nice and clean. Look under here, got more storage there. All your fuses and breakers right there.
Yeah, and these are more of an automotive style that you see like in a vehicle.
Check out this wet bath. Vent up top. You still get a lot of privacy too. Yeah, cassette toilet, which means you simply remove the cassette, drive it over to your dumping area, dump it out, and bring it back. No more slinky hoses, right?
Oh yeah, it's way convenient. I spent a couple weeks in Baja in this Dweller 15, and it was so funny. People would go and line up for the black tanks, and I just pull it out and walk and dump it really quick and come back and leave.
That's super cool.
Super easy.
I love the sink. This is a super nice wet bath. I mean, stepping inside of here, it is incredibly spacious. And because the roof pops up, you could probably be upwards of 6'5".
Yeah,
easily fit in here.
6'6" is about the roof floor to ceiling, so yeah.
Love the fixtures here, the wand, and you have a spot to put the wand even up here so you can get it above you. It's very, very nice. Let me step back to the controls here if you want to talk about this stuff going on down here.
Yeah, so we have an mounted AC unit, and so everything's ducted, so it's not like an AC unit sticking on the roof. This is your AC vent right here, and then you have another one by the bed over there. And then same with your heat. This is a Truma, that's a German company, and that's duals as your water heater and your furnace. It's a 14,000. It's actually variable. It has a variable fan speed, and so it's multiple stages. So you can put it in eco and only use 7,000 BTUs, or you can put it on max and go up to 14,000. It's not like, you know, so many of the American stuff, you turn it on and it's one
or the other.
One speed, on or off, right? And then you also have, every single unit comes with 3 batteries. They're 100 amp hour batteries with 300 watts of solar, and then you have a solar charge controller, and then a Renogy 3,000 watt inverter charger controller system. So these are all made for off-grid stuff,
and they're ready for off-grid. Yeah, that's the best part. A lot of RVs prep certain little things, but then you have to add more stuff to it to make it actually capable.
Oh yeah, over 50 gallons of water on this little trailer.
Oh wow.
Which on it, you know, you see that in a big fifth wheel sometimes, right? These are small 20-foot trailers with lots of water and power to be able to go off-grid.
Approximate weight and payload capacity and length?
About 5,000 dry, and you got about 1,000 pounds of payload.
Okay, so about 6,000 pound GVWR, and then overall length of this unit?
Just over 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, when it's closed up, when it's popped out, it's a little bit longer.
Yep, so this is easily towable by most modern half-ton trucks with a tow package.
Yeah.
Or your larger SUVs. Check it out. Storage here on the side. You got all of your power outlets, USB connections. You got some more storage over here. AC vents. This back wall folds out, so these fold out like that, and then this folds backwards, and you have this really, really cool expanded area that's about the size of a deep slide out in a typical towable. You got your TV mounted right here. You got some nice little lighting there as well for reading. More storage in here. Jenga.
Oh yeah, you gotta play.
Got some more storage down there. king size bed, super cool. And I love the addition of this bunk right here. That is so awesome.
Yeah, so you can easily sleep as a family of 4, and with a king size bed you could stick another person on there and get 5 people in here. So
yep. You know, one thing I forgot, is there that huge outside storage?
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at that real quick. Okay, we're here in the front. Around the side here, very, very cool side storage with slide out drawers.
Yeah, I have all my tools and recovery gear. We had board games and beach stuff, sandy stuff when we were in Baja. You know, and look at these luggage latches. These are, you know, you're gonna spend 15 to 20 bucks on Amazon for these. It's not those cheap butterfly latches that you see on so many trailers that fall apart. You also can see they got nice gas sills, so they seal up really well. And everything is just, this is all aluminum.
Very, very nice.
And there's lights too, these automatic lights. When you open it up, the light just turns on. There's a sensor.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the game we started with the first one. First of all, 1 to 10 in terms of what you would rank this. I think this is probably gonna fall in the same line as the first 13 in terms of rugged ability. Now we came up with this scale, 1 being typical RV, you go to a typical RV dealership that's not really designed for off-road, 10 being the most extreme off-road RV you can get, which they have those here, and we're going to talk about those. And then I kind of placed Ember, which a lot of people associate with kind of that mild off-road RV. I think we said about a 3.5 to 4, but closer to 3.5.
Yeah.
Where would you rank this?
So the Dweller 13, I said 7.5. I would probably put this one at a 7, maybe 6.75.
Just because it's a bigger unit.
It's bigger, and also the departure is longer.
Okay.
Because they added about a foot in this area, and the departure is from the wheel tire to the lowest point here. And we take these off-roading. You can go check out our YouTube channel. It's ROA Off Road, and we have like an hour-long tour of this. So if you want way more detail and you want to see us going and taking these down to Moab, and so we know where the weak points are, and this one, the departure is a little bit worse than the other one, so I would definitely rate it a little bit
okay down. And only because of the departure angle, not because of anything else.
Yeah,
right?
That's really the departures, because they're only a couple 100-pound difference in weight. So the same truck is going to tow them both. It's mostly the departure angle, I would say.
Now pricing, so he really gave me some awesome sticker shock with the previous one. It was a lot less than I thought it would be, but this is bigger, and they've done a lot of upgrades to this one. I'm gonna say with the upgrades, well, first let me do without the upgrades. I'm gonna guess 60 to 65 without the upgrades, and maybe 65 to 70 with.
Well, and prices are always varying, so go to our website and we list the prices of what they are, the current pricing. But this one, without the upgrades, you're about 55 right now. Okay. And that's a newer. We have some last year models, some new year models, so you might be able to get them a little bit cheaper right now. But fully loaded, you're going to be closer to 65 to 70, depending on
with all the stuff.
If you, you know, all the fridge and stove and sinks and bunks and these jacks, so you're going to be right in that 60s, mid 60s.
Very cool. Well, we're going to take a look at another absolutely awesome, and this is a different brand over here in the next video. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to both channels, definitely check them out, give us a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.